Good morning, everybody. I hope you're doing well. It's a pretty morning. It's about 71, and with all the days, we had rain on Tuesday, Wednesday, well, early Tuesday all day and Wednesday, and we got a total of 7¼ inches of rain. So luckily nothing leaked downstairs, so I was thankful for that. It would rain hard, then it would get a break, so that helped a lot, and we really needed to build up the water supply. So I am so glad we got the rain and that it finally stopped. So now everything just needs to dry a little bit out there, the porches and everything, so that we don't keep tracking in all that stuff that's still falling off the trees. So I'm going to go on and do another piece of furniture in the kitchen. I'm going to do the big cupboard, and that has lemons, and I did keep my red and white transferware out because I knew I would be using it for the patriotic when I do my patriotic decor. So I didn't want to take it down and then have to put it back. So that saved me a lot of time not have to do that. So let's get started and see this cupboard. And then the very next video will be the full kitchen tour. And then after that, I will show you all the seed box, the vintage and antique seed boxes. So let's get started on this video. Okay. I'll give you a full look. And of course, we'll get closer and open the doors. Up at the top, the only thing I did was take down the Easter and the really early spring looking things. And I'll change it up some when I do my patriotic decor, but that saved me a lot of work not having to change everything out up there right now because I'm still loving it, and it still goes with the red and white transferware. I'm going to just give you a little peek at somebody laying on the couch amongst my beautiful bee pillows. You remember I got those pillow covers last week at the sale, and he's laying between the pillows on the throw. He just came in, so he's ready for a nap. He's taking his bath, and then he's going to go to sleep. We'll do the living room sometime next week. Okay, let's start down here. Didn't change anything in those Crocs. They're still the same. I love them there. I did put that wonderful Rise and Shine kitchen towel there. Over here, I did put out the old cash box, the old metal cash box. I love that piece. And I put 3 different sizes of the restaurant creamers there with 3 sizes of spoons. The spoons in the smallest one, those are ice cream spoons that came from the old Clover Creamery Dairy that we used to have, that we used to get ice cream from when we were children. I kept those wonderful boxes there because they're too pretty to put away. And I have a couple of the little vintage wire baskets. My coffee mill stayed the same, as did the cabbage chopper. Okay. You can see, to make the red and white transferware work with the lemons, I just added some yellow flowers, and I put lemons in the bowl. And I think it works just fine. There's my couple of tomato spoons. I only have 2. One we found and one Janet found for us. And I kept the ironstone out. I did switch the big tureen for this smaller tureen, and I put the flowers in the smaller tureen. The beautiful platter is still there. And then there is a gorgeous old silver ladle. And in that wonderful stained gravy boat, I put 3 of the little New Testaments, and they're setting on a stack of restaurant plates. And back there in the back is the dinner plate. And some more old serving utensils right there. I actually think the yellow in the red and white is really cheerful. You use yellow and red flowers together, so I figured let's make it work. Okay, up here, I'll go all the way up, and then we'll start back down. A lot of the ironstone, there's a gravy boat, a pitcher, some bowls, and that gorgeous Transferware pitcher. And down here, more ironstone, one of my Dundies, some lemon slices, and I put a little yellow flower. There's a mortar and pestle, one of my tiny little hens on the nest, and that wonderful coffee pot. Down on this shelf, have one of the ironstone pitchers with some old silver. I put a little yellow daisy and pitberry wreath around it, more of the Dundies, and some other English crockery. And that's all of that area. We'll shut it so it doesn't fly back open on me. And in this area, ironstone and more of the beautiful red and white Transferware, little creamers. There's the giant tureen and the sugar and creamer set and some of the cups and saucers. And you can see another little pitcher back there with old silver in it. Two of my cow creamers and more vases and pitchers and a little restaurant creamer. And again, I just added that yellow flower. If I'd have had more yellow flowers, I would have used them, but after I used them in other places in the kitchen and living room, I ran out and I honestly didn't want to go buy any more. Tried to make do. Over here, I did the same thing with that little wreath. I put it around the larger hen on a nest. There's a little bee sign I made several years ago. Some of the ginger beer crocks are in behind it, and more little pitchers. And some little floral butter pats are under that little pitcher. And on this shelf, another one of those big yellow flowers. More of the ginger beer crocks, cups and saucers, that gorgeous Castle ironstone pitcher, and another hen on a nest on some butter pats. And up there, more ironstone, and that gorgeous pitcher, and just some greenery. And I'm so glad I made the decision to keep the red and white Transferware out. Really, now the only time it will have to be put away is for Halloween, because it just really won't go with my Halloween decor. And I have a lot of Halloween, so the red and white will go for that, and then it'll come back out again for Christmas. So love and blessings to y'all from me and John and baby boy. And once again, thank you for the continued prayers. Every day, my arm and shoulder is getting better, and I'm not overdoing it. It's been too wet to do anything outside, so that's been a blessing, and I don't have to water probably for several more days. So another blessing. So take care and enjoy your day. Do something, even if it's only for a few moments, that you really love to do. So we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.